Hi, this is Doug Benz from New Buffalo Insurance Agency. Today I want to answer the question, what is an insurance audit? I think audit by nature is a little bit of a dirty word. No one loves to hear the word audit most times. So in insurance, though, it's not. It's something that occurs every year on every work comp policy, as well as most general liability policies. And what it is it's a measurement of your exposures. On work comp, your exposure is payroll. The premium's determined by multiplying your payroll times a rate to get a premium. And it's the same thing on general liability. If you're a contractor, your exposure is payroll. If you're a restaurant, maybe your exposure is sales. And at the end of the year, the carrier looks back at the policy. They look at the estimate and measure what you actually did against it and come up with a final premium. This is how a business that maybe has a handful of employees pays a premium that's commensurate with what they're doing versus a business that has 50 or 100 employees. They're obviously going to pay a different premium. How is that determined? It's based on your exposures. At the end of the year, the carrier conducts the audit and they reconcile the premium. Most times, if you were over, you get a little bit of a credit if it's an admitted policy. If you were under, you owe an audit balance. So it's important to make sure these exposures are correct. A lot of times we see people say, hey, this is a policy that someone came up with for us and the pricing is great, but your exposures are low. It's not apples to apples, as they say. At the end of the year, it's all going to come out in the wash on audit, and it's important to comply with the audit. When the carrier reaches out, if you don't respond, they will estimate an audit, and they usually increase those exposures by like 120%. So all of a sudden you have a giant bill in front of you and you don't know how you got it. We got to go back then and say, hey, can you please reopen this audit? Let's start working on it again now after it's been estimated. It's not ideal. So it's important to respond to the audit request as soon as you get it. We can assist with audits. I like to be present at audits whenever I can and help the auditor get the data that's necessary, point out maybe a nuance here or there so that it's accurate the first time and there's no back and forth, and whatever it comes out to be, hopefully it's very close to the exposures on the policy most of the times with our clients. So audits aren't a bad word. It's important to get it done. It's how the policy is reconciled at the end of each year. And if you have a question, always reach out directly to us and we can walk you through, answer any questions on an audit, make sure you're buttoned up with the carrier so you can get back to work, not worry about an insurance exposure audit. Think of New Buffalo Insurance for anything audit related, and we'll guide you, we'll answer your questions, and we'll make sure it's all set. Thanks very much.